Say earlier on that some of the big signings Liverpool have made, Emmanuel, aren't showing their top talent at this time. Wirtz being one, Isak being another.
Yeah, but Slot said that a lot of things happened during the summer. He's talking about the new signing. That's what he said.
Yeah. The incomers, yeah.
So
I think so, and how they adapt to that.
That's an excuse for him to explain why they are second behind Arsenal. If I understand well.
Yeah, I mean, I like Arne Slot, and I listened to him over the weekend. I mean, it's an interesting thing because this is now his team. This is a group of players that he's now bought. He inherited a team, and some people might argue he was quite fortunate last year because I think some of the teams in the league were quite mediocre. He won the league and deserves all the plaudits for it. I listened to him say some rather silly things on the weekend. He described the games that they've been in against Galatasaray, Crystal Palace, and Chelsea as being games that Liverpool were more dominant in, but it could have been 4-0 down against Palace. They got battered by Crystal Palace. So when Slot started saying that, look, they've got to do better, Liverpool. Slot's now going to be under a little bit more focus because this really is his side. Last year, that was not his side. That was a side that was handed to him. He had an embarrassment of riches. And I also listened to Wayne Rooney. I thought Wayne Rooney was really, very good. I think he'll become a really good pundit, Wayne, once he gets a bit more confident in front of the camera. But he was talking about the performance of Salah. Yeah. Because Salah does not want to work back. He does not want to track back. He doesn't want to do anything other than go forward. Now, of course, all the things he's done in the past give him a currency. But this Liverpool side, and with the new changes that they brought in there, some of the players that are on that field aren't putting shifts in, and Salah is one of them.
Is it a valid point to make, Emmanuel, that for some players it's not an easy process to fit in immediately?
No, of course not.
Like did you fit in immediately?
No. It took me a couple of weeks, to adapt myself to English culture, football, and as well my new teammates. I remember a game, I think it was in October or November, something like that, just a couple of weeks after the start of the season. And we play away at Southampton, and I received a big kick, and I thought, what the hell, what's going on the pitch? And I had a big talk and discussion, the following day with Arsene Wenger. He said to me, he convinced me to stay at the club, and he said to me, I'm confident, you have everything to adapt yourself and to become a success, with Arsenal, and this is, and I get resilient, and I kept on working, and we all saw what happened afterwards. But coming back on what Slot said, well, last season they became champion, and didn't make any new signing, and he was following the step of Klopp, and they won the Premier League. And all of a sudden, because they spent 500 million pounds, this is an excuse now that they are right second, and they were leading the table. They won against Arsenal 1-0, and all of a sudden they are losing 3 games in a row, and they are conceding, for me, this is my opinion, too many goals, from the start of the season. And where they've been, very performing, they've been brilliant, defensively for the last couple of years. So I know that.
I wanted to celebrate it with a win. I've got it. Now we have the international break to enjoy it and use the time as well to prepare, because what's coming in the next break is going to be really difficult again.
Emmanuel, he has the highest win percentage of any permanent manager, including Wenger. What do you think they've gotten him? I mean, are you visualising this now, that in May he's got the Premier League trophy in his hand?
What's the most important? The average wins or the title you win? For me, I would prefer that Arteta will probably win less. We have less victories, but instead of winning titles, And this is for me the most important. If you ask me the question of a former player, if I am an actual player, I will tell you I prefer to lose much more games, but at the end of the season I would want to win the title. I don't care, to be the much successful manager in terms of victories if at the end of the season I don't win anything.
So how would you describe his legacy if he ends up winning the title for the first time in 21 years?
Well, I hope they're going to win the title, and I think they will win the title because of the new signing, because of the options that Arteta have, on the bench, and the rotation he can make, the turnover he can make, every games. That's for me the biggest reason why Arsenal lost the last 2 or 3 seasons the title. You know, the competition with Liverpool or Manchester City. So it changed a lot. So that's why I think I don't see Arsenal or Arteta not winning the title this season. To be honest with you.
What kind of squad has he got, Emmanuel? I mean, when you look at his first game in charge in 2019 against Bournemouth, Saka is the only one that remains.
Martinelli as well.
Martinelli, I'm looking. He came into the group later, didn't he?
Yeah.
In that group, Leno, David Luiz, Socrates, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Xhaka, Torreira, Aubameyang, Ozil, Reece Nelson, Lacazette. Saka's the only one.
All gone.
All gone. It's quite a turnaround and quite a turnover. So the players who are there now, obviously it's working for the better for Arsenal.
Yeah. The spine of the team is not there, you know. I remember back in days, you know, when we started with Arsene Wenger, he kept the spine of the team and they won titles and they became invincible. It's quite, you know, the football changed so much, you know, on the bench, but as well on the pitch.
Yeah. I mean, even the subs, Emi Martinez, Mavropanos, Mustafi, Willock, Guendouzi, Smith Rowe and Pepe.
I wonder what this statistic that we like to trot out about he's the most successful Arsenal manager in win records is compared when you compare it to the first 6, 7, 8 years of Arsene Wenger. Because I would imagine Arsene Wenger's win record was better. The latter part of Arsene Wenger's career when the thing changed and he started to go into decline and the team out.
They lead the table actually, you know. As I said, when you look at the schedule of the games,